second day paid off. We'll put in perspective, we just seen a small 5 and a decent 4 at the ears, and this one seemed to be much bigger. It dwarfed it, so perfect. Too bad the camcorder wasn't on earlier. It was in the far right corner. Maybe Kyle can pan over. Started way over here. And we have a doe that up there that wasn't in heat, and I grunted. I continued grunting. The louder I got, the faster he came right to us. He was the dominant buck around this patch. Yeah, as soon as he grunted the first time, he looked up, and so did the other buck. And then after that, he grunted a couple more times, and the buck just started running right at us. All I seen was steam and snow. Steam and snow. That's a good sign. I'm like, Kyle, pass him my gun. Well, there's Ian's buck. There he lays. Beautiful morning, November 26th. Well, let's go check out Ian's buck here. They're out here feeding on this stuff. Through most of the year, the whitetails just stay in those thickets down there at the river bottom, and they eat all the willows and eat all the little green shrubs, all the succulent stuff. But come wintertime, they get forced in coming out here. They gotta eat out of here. No more food, it's all frozen and dead in there. So they come out into these fields. This is not a planted field or anything, this is just wild growing grass and weeds and stuff. Invasive little plants, but they love it. It's good enough for them to eat. You can see their tracks everywhere here. There won't be any way this deer is going to get head shrinkage or ground shrinkage. He's a big buck. Oh yeah, look how thick that is. He is a big buck. Beautiful big 10-pointer. Beautiful deer, Ian. He's a trooper. Look at that main beam, holy smokes. What an awesome deer, Ian, congratulations. But, I gotta get my hands on that rack. No doubt. Right on, cool, congratulations, Ian. Oh yeah. That's like a tank. Look how far, that's the side you must have saw where you said he went out to the nose. Yeah, wow. He's almost out to the nose there. That is my biggest buck, I think. That's my first official really 5x5, counting these other stickers. It's a 6x5. 6x5. That's a legal 6x5. That is just impressive. This is an inch right here, I'm pretty sure, yeah. It's just an inch, so that's a 6x5, Ian. Wow. That's pretty awesome. That's very awesome. What a beautiful deer. Look at the G3 is bigger than the G2 almost. That's very common in whitetail. I mean, wow. That is so cool. Was that worth growing a beard for your... Movember, baby. For the cancer? He's growing that for the cancer cause. And he come out here and we had some fun and he got himself a big buck. Wow. Wow. I knew it was big, but there's no ground shrinkage there. No. They can get a lot bigger than this, but that's big to these kids. Ian doing the tags. One for the antlers, one for the meat, one for the hide. That's how Saskatchewan boys do it. And I'm sure that's how the girls do it too. Sun's coming up. Beautiful day. We'll go pull all the trail cameras and we're done in a day and maybe 1.1 days we're done. To give you an idea, those are the bushes we were sitting in. We watched it go over. I couldn't video because I lost the battery off my other camera. So I had to get this camera out of my pack, out of the bag and everything. but it was all after the fact. I wasn't going to be making noise getting my pack off while these guys were coming in. It wasn't light before that, so I didn't have the camera out, unfortunately, but that's okay. 2010, tagged in Saskatchewan. Both of us aren't having no tag soup here.
Quad time this year, baby.
You got a quad?
Got a quad. First year in a while.
So what do you got?
I got a nice whitey velvet with a bow, which we have on film. I've got a nice spike elk and a nice big mule deer and the cream of the crop, I guess.
That's right, and I've got a hat trick. I got a nice big island buck, a blacktail from Vancouver Island, and then I got a beauty big muley, a really big muley, the biggest one our family ever had. And then I just got a monster whitetail yesterday, so I got a hat trick. Ian's got a quad. This field is just cut up with tracks. There's Ian. Big buck. That's where we were. And the deer started out down here about 900 yards, way down by the schoolhouse and stuff. And we watched them playing out here in the dark as it got lighter and lighter. They made their way out to here, but they stopped and they were milling around out there at about, well, I ranged the buck and he was at 384 yards. And then they sort of stayed there for about 15 minutes. And we weren't allowed to shoot yet anyway, so we were waiting for it to get light. And then it started coming this way again, and it walked into probably about right here. I didn't range it anymore because it was well within shooting range. He could shoot it easy with his Browning 300 mag, so we just watched it as it came in, and he was trying to ask me to make sure that it was a whitetail, so I identified it was a whitetail, and he grunted at first because it stopped and stayed out there. It wasn't coming in close enough, so or he wanted to get a better look at it. He could shoot it, but he just wanted to get a better look at it to make sure it was whitetail, and he grunted, and the thing came in to right here, past him, like probably to about right there, which is only like 80 yards, 90 yards from us, just under 100 yards. And then I told him, yeah, that's a whitetail for sure. But he wasn't even into there. He was probably about here at 130, 120 coming in. I said, oh yeah, that's a whitetail for sure. We both could tell it was a whitetail rack, but we wanted to identify the tail. You're not allowed to take mule deer here. So sometimes where we hunt in BC, you see a big deer, you can just take it because we're allowed mule deer or whitetails. But here you can't take a mule deer, so. But now I'm going to go collect my game cameras. I got one over here somewhere. I think at that tree over there. And then I got one down in this corner. I'll go grab that after. And then I got one about a mile down that way. We'll have to use the truck and go back out because it's through a whole bunch of crap, so we'd have to go back and get it. Hopefully there's something on him. He sure went nuts for the call. He came right to it like, hey, no, I'm the big guy around here.
Yeah. He's like,
now he's having a truck nap.
Yeah. That's what thinking you're big is like.
Yeah, you do a grunt call, Primo's grunt call, and here he came. Nice work. That is awesome.
Someone's got back.
Nice whitetails.
It's only an 8-point.
Thick and high and wide.
That's a big 8 though.
It's the tractor that Ian moved. Big old John Deere. Good times. Another deer.
Gotta figure out how we're gonna hang it up again.
I don't remember how we did that. Here we go. There's Ian's big buck. There's my big buck. Ian's first 6-point, my first 7-point. He was a bruiser. He's a big older buck, busted off main beam, but this one's a little older, this guy. This one's a little younger. We guess this one's probably a 4.5-year-old, and this one's a 5.5 or 6.5-year-old. You can see he's got the big bridge on his nose. And they start looking like that, getting gnarly sharp noses, and the big bridge, then they're getting old. This one's still the slim. This is one like he's young. But look at that rack for a young buck. Hello. Those are some serious genes. Beautiful deer. Anyway, look at them. Big bucks.
Soon be on a wall near you.
He does have sort of, like Ian was just saying, he's kind of a muley cross. He's comparing the coats. I think part of that's age though too. Your big buck last year had that coat. And
Yeah,
the bigger bucks,
cross though.
yeah, there probably are. Look at the forks there.
Totally.
That's kind of muley fucked upness.
Totally muley antler there. Like.